Chad and Chelsea's in town. They got a buyer, and their buyer wants a haunted artifact from a haunted location in Kentucky.
Anything paranormal from like Waverly Hills or Octagon Hall. It would have to be something mega.
Well, man, I was hoping they was going to say Octagon Hall. And
oh, hey, Bear too, man. We've not seen Bear in a grip, bro. Yeah. Have you hit him up yet?
I have hit him up. And he pretty much said we could have the keys to the place. He looks forward to seeing us. It was like a family reunion. Yeah, I'm Vernon Roach, aka Twang.
Brad Davis, Lil Round on the beat.
We're just a couple of Kentucky boys. You know, we started Twang Round in 2011. Had a lot of commercial success between 2011 and 2013. Got our first record deal. And in that time frame, that's when we met Chad and Chelsea, and they were in the entertainment industry as well. And we went on some tours with them and did some networking with them, became great friends. They're like family to us.
Go way back to the first tour. We did 13,000 miles in 3 weeks. Yeah, beast leveled up, yep.
Yeah, we were hoping you guys were going to say Octagon Hall. You know, when I was younger, in my early 20s, I got into some trouble, and I had to do some community service. So
been there.
Yeah. So they gave me the option. They said
no.
Yeah. So they gave me the option. They said, "Well, do you want to pick up trash on the side of the road, or do you want to work at this prestigious Kentucky museum?"
That's an easy decision right there.
Ah, yeah. Give me the museum.
Oh yeah, you want to be on Front Street or you want to be in
Where's the trash bag?
Public.
Oh. What they didn't tell me was how haunted the place was. The history of
floorboards
it.
up.
Yeah, I mean everything, whole 9 yards. And they didn't tell me that I would be left alone in there.
Hold on, you still got any more than floorboards?
Oh, true that. True that.
Man,
floorboards would be awesome to have.
Well, as a matter of fact, I think there may be some there.
Shut
I'm
up.
not kidding. I know they got original building materials there for sure.
Oh my God.
They got original everything, man. This place is a Shangri-La of relics. Man, not only is Barry going to give us the keys to Octagon Hall and let us stay there overnight if we want.
Excited, man.
You think the dude might be willing to part with something?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance for it. I
you
think
don't know
it depends
unless
on what
you
it is.
start
And I
knocking on
think
that door.
After getting the go-ahead, we packed up and headed to Octagon Hall. Immediately upon arrival, us and many of our crew could feel the spiritual heaviness from the souls who perished on these grounds. We met with museum curator Barry Bear Gaunt and Beth Allen, who welcomed us with open arms and were incredibly kind and hospitable. Chelsea and I are huge fans of haunts, and this was the first time we found ourselves at one for business purposes. Bear and Beth seemed confident that not only would we find what we came here to look for, but we'd also leave with an unforgettable experience. And that's exactly what we got.
And Chelsea have literally been to some of the most heinous spots in the United States on our travels. Yeah. And to see her like not want to come in is like really got. I know it sounds bad. I'm a little excited about tonight. This stuff's gonna happen because we've literally got out of the car, walked into the projects to get some kind of serial killer artifact or dirt or something for a client. Out of all the rooms here, where's the spot? This is the most active spot.
People ask me that all the time.
It's almost like I'm not allowed up here.
Oh,
I've got so many of them that I just can't get my mind around it. Upstairs, when you're in the nursery, could be there's a lot of people that have a lot of effects like that.
Yeah.
There are people that go into what we call the sick room. That's where after the 9,000 men were here and just a few men were here that needed treatment would be treated up there.
Jesus Christ.
Now this room here, I've seen a lot. This was used as a field hospital during the Civil War.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of agony, anguish. There's definitely, surgical amputations, people passing. Yeah.
They get nauseated, don't feel well there. Very active. The green room, which is what we basically call now the master bedroom, is a pretty active spot.
Who's in here?
Well, this was the Caldwell's main bedroom.
Downstairs in the basement. Crazy.
Thank you so much, like for real. Like open, I feel like it's almost like I feel like part of the family, dude. I just met you guys. I've already talked to her. I want to come back and I'd love to help you guys do some events and help this. I want to see this place be here for when my kids get older, because like this is just such a cool spot. Tonight, as we look around, as we hunt, if we find something, we feel any kind of connection to, I'd love to chat with you tomorrow and see about if we can't make some kind of deal.
We will. We'll do it.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Awesome.
Thank y'all.
The blind walkthrough was one of the most intense I've ever experienced. We checked our equipment and hunkered down for the rest of the night. Throughout the night, we had multiple encounters and unexplained technical issues. Almost all of our equipment malfunctioned at some point in the night, leaving us to salvage what footage we could catch on our handhelds.
We hear you. Can you make another noise upstairs if you want us to come up and talk to you?
Is that you again? That you that's got me all disoriented again?
The person who was shot or stabbed in the stomach. We're hearing you. I'm feeling you. And I know you're trying. Just be patient.
You said something. Keep talking to her. That was very, very clear.
We want to hear you. And we're feeling you. And I'm so sorry you got hurt. And we're here to listen, and you just have to speak. And speak clearly and meet one person at a time.
What's your name? Do you know what happened to you? You affecting Chelsea right now?
After 8 hours at Octagon Hall, we were all drained physically and mentally. We made a quick visit to the graves and headed inside to pack up our gear. As we said our ghostly goodbyes, our EMF reader suddenly spiked.
That's not my message.
Okay, that's okay. That's not sure.
One more time.
Yo, this thing.
It's at 61, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, it's still going up, dude. Dude, I'm getting cold, bro.
What?
It was at 65 right here.
I'm almost dimming out, bro.
Turn it back on. Turn it up.
Octagon Hall was thrilling. We're exhausted, but we found exactly what we wanted for our customer, and we can't wait to meet with Bear to discuss it.
Recently, we had a customer reach out wanting something from the I-65 killer. Since we were only an hour away, we decided to make our way to that location.
Today might bring a little bit of solace to you, to know that the animal that did this is no longer on this earth.
The notorious I-65 killer finally identified.
For more than 30 years, his identity remained a mystery to authorities and to the families of his victims. But now they have a name. Harry Edward Greenwell.
Harry Edward Greenwell will not face charges because he died in 2013 at the age of 68.
Raped and murdered 24-year-old Mary Peggy Gill in March 1989. That same day, investigators say Greenwell also murdered another days-in clerk in Remington, Indiana, Jean Gilbert, a mother of two.
This case began February 21st, 1987, with the murder of Vicki Heath, who was working the night shift at the Super 8 Hotel located in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
You know what we don't have?
What?
Our fucking shovel. We were sitting at this Waffle House at like 6 o'clock in the morning looking up serial killer sites in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it was
100 of beats.
Yes, so like, literally next door.
So that works out great. So what she's basically saying is we've done all the research. We know it's authentic. We can get this and hopefully make a good deal.
Got this guy with $1.
Okay. That's a good
And then I got this for $1.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
We want both, not to worry about the killing.
Yeah.
So we're chilling out in the Dollar General parking lot right across the street from the Super 8 where the murder took place. Getting ready to go over there. Having some issues with the camera, but we're going to go handheld and cinematic mode on a cell phone.
Hell yeah.
And get it done.
Anything to get it done.
Absolutely.
What was it you were saying earlier about his obituary?
About the killer's obituary?
Yeah.
Harry Edward Greenwell died in 2013. He was identified as the I-65 killer in 2022. So his obituary in 2013, he died of lung cancer, and it was talking about what a great guy he was, what an amazing family man he was, how charitable he was, just overall great guy. So the site we're going to now, we've already visited, and it's the Super 8 Motel. It is where he murdered Vicki Heath. It's actually his first murder, and this murder put the timeline that police originally believed he started killing back 2 years. So Vicki Heath was 41. She was working at the hotel as the manager overnight, and he came in and murdered her. So 2 guests came in the morning, saw the lobby was torn to shreds, like it was completely fucked up. The police searched, and one of the police officers went out back and immediately saw Vicki Heath's body. She was laying right behind the dumpster, and when we compared the pictures last time, how we found the site, it was pretty simple. Nothing's really changed here since 1987 as far as the Super 8 Motel goes. So the dumpster is still in the exact same location. Where her body found was in the exact same location. What really kind of fucked all this up was the snow. So she was murdered in February of 1987, and it was really cold. Snow was on the ground. And they were able to get DNA from her clothes. They did a rape kit on her, and that's how they had the DNA from Harry Edward Greenwell. But there were tire impressions, like he left evidence. But because they found her body when the sun was rising and it was such a light snow, all of the evidence literally melted in front of their eyes. They weren't able to get tire impressions or anything. The only thing they could get was the DNA, which in 1987, they couldn't do anything with it. And she actually wasn't identified as a victim of the I-65 killer until 2010. And they got a hit for the DNA that had been associated with the I-65 killer. Because he had 3 other victims, confirmed victims. He actually had 4, and 1 survived. And he's believed to be associated with at least 4 other victims. And so, that they know of. So all the DNA matched, and then he was identified in 2022. Right now, we're going to go to the site where Vicki Heath's body was found. She was shot twice in the head. That's how she died. I mean, she had a family. I don't think she had any kids, but she was just recently engaged. And this asshole just drove through. That was his MO. Like, he'd drive through and he'd kill hotel clerks. He'd single out, like, the women working at night in the hotels alone and rob them, kill them. One of the victims, I think Peggy Gill, he only got $167 from the register.
Yeah, just senselessly killing.
Absolutely.
For a few bucks.
And the crazy thing is the dichotomy of his personalities, I guess, because he was, 2013 obituary, this amazing guy.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, it's
That's
just wild.
that he died, and then years later, the truth comes out,
Right.
Do what we need to do to get what we need to get.
And we needed to do it anyways. We sold out of I-65 stuff, and there was been a resurgence in popularity since he was identified last year. So
got our little container we'll put in. If we can fill both of these things up, we can break this down into little vials. We'll do one. Maybe we can find something cool to put it in for him, or we'll just give it to him in this. And the other side we'll take back home, put in little vials, and then sell it. Let's roll.
So you're gonna go, when you turn in, go all the way down to the back, and it will be on your right hand side. Actually, no, it's moved. So where that little shed is where the dumpster was when we were here.
Oh yeah,
because it did change. So we pulled up right in front of where that guy is. So the exact spot, according to the pictures, is about 2 feet into that building. So we're still within 5 feet.
Yeah.
If we get it from the back 100%. Of the building.
I mean, well, hey, sometimes you got to improvise and use the tools that you got.
Tools of the trade.
Yeah. Normally we're a little more professional. It's not like a kitchen spoon. But hey, we're gonna make it happen regardless.
Oh, I was just telling her about our nifty little like trowel that like folds up, and it's like a switchblade trowel, and it's like ready to go, and it has like the edges and stuff, and it's like in and out. And now we're gonna be like.
Almost like we're never here. Now, we'll drive all the way back.
This has been remodeled. We've checked into possibly getting something from the hotel itself, but it's been remodeled so many times, and
well, let me ask you this. Do you think it's worth me trying to go in and talk to somebody that works here now that we got it and see if they got any info? And just get some recording audio?
We're here. The worst they can say is no, we've already got the dirt.
Yeah, true that.
She was murdered out there, like right where we got the dirt, that's where she was murdered.
Yeah.
There was an altercation, there was a scuffle inside in the office and stuff. So there's really, unless they've kept something, there's nothing in there, nothing left.
Well, I know, but it just someone might have some knowledge, or maybe they have zero knowledge and they're hearing about it for the first time, you know? So yeah, I'm just going to run in and try, and maybe if there is a conversation we had, I'll try to get the person outside.
That's one thing I admire about him, is he gives zero fucks when it comes to, like, I will hit this person up and ask them this question, and I won't lie, he's gotten some really, really, really good results before, and some of the people that we've ended up talking to about stuff and people associated with things, like, it's kind of crazy, because for me, it's like, I don't want to bring that shit up. Like, I don't want it to be hurtful. I don't want it to be like, you know, what if it's a family member? What if, like, I don't want to offend anybody, which is, I guess, kind of an oxymoron doing this. A lot of times it still does spread awareness because some people don't know, but everybody's curious.
Yeah.
People will want to hear about it, and, like, worst case, we're spreading knowledge of this happening. Maybe it'll keep Vicky's, you know, name alive, or people talk about her. People, a lot of times their stuff gets forgotten. But a lot of people, if they have knowledge about it or do know about it, 9 times out of 10 people will talk about it. Because it's a morbid curiosity thing. Like, it's just human nature to be curious creatures. I feel like it's almost cathartic sometimes to talk about stuff. Especially when you're talking to people who aren't judging you.
Cool. I got some good audio. It was fruitful, so I went inside. The girl in there had no idea. She was looking at me like I was damn fucking unicorn, you know, when I mentioned that. I was like, what the hell? She's like, talk to Joni back at the cigarette table. So I go back there, and there's 3 ladies. Matter of fact, let's slow down. You might be able to catch them right past that pole.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I walked back there and said, hey, you know, kind of introduced myself. Basically asked them if they had heard of it. The one lady that's worked here for, I guess, 5+ years said this came up in a lot of conversations, but she had no idea of all the details. So as I was telling them, they were all kind of freaking like oh shit, you know. Link the murder that happened here at this location.
What the hell?
That was in the 80s, wasn't it?
It is behind the dump.
Somebody got murdered here?
By the time I left, they were all Google searching and reading about it as I'm getting back in the car. They know now, you know, so. I was hoping I'd find somebody who's been here, because a lot of times you'll find somebody like we did with the Gregory Scott Hale case. We found, not only did we find a guy at the liquor store, but we found a friend of his that was in a band with him. it's a matter of just getting out and talking to people, and that's how we acquire a lot of our information.
We came, we saw, and we got exactly what we wanted. In just a couple days, we were able to experience the Octagon Hall firsthand and also acquire something for a customer. It was now time to head out, get some rest, and then head back home. On the next episode of Offbeat Horror, Unearthing the Macabre.
First time he's filmed us, you know.
But the first time with permission.
Yeah.
The other times you didn't know about it. So this is a human humorous bone.
What are you doing with that?
I just brought it to show you. I wanted to show you some of the things that we sell.
For exactly everything that he's bought from you guys, so
It keeps it a secret.
She just knows shit comes in.
Yeah.
It just comes in.
There's just boxes at the door.
Yeah.
I get home and there'll be boxes
It's
piled up
true.
over there.
It's
That's
true.
seriously the truth.